In an age of innovation and technology, my mind often wanders to the places where these ideas begin. On the campus of Syracuse University, many technological inventions have their start at the School of Information Studies, commonly known as the iSchool to students. Walking around the building, I see the whiz kids with their minds full of app ideas and startup pitches. Up the stairs and near the records office is a room similar to the labs, but different in what it holds as far as the imagination goes. I found Jay Getman sitting in the Nexis lab, and he was more than willing to explain what exactly he was doing in this particular room.
So I'm working on a project in touchless computing. Now, most people don't really know what that means. That's kind of the idea of controlling an interface with gestures, so without having to touch anything. Think if a computer could understand sign language, that is the project I've been working on. Now, I'm working on this in the Nexis lab, which is the third floor of the iSchool, which if you're on the third floor, you know what it is because it's basically a big glass box. Now, the iSchool loves this big glass box of theirs because basically what they do is they buy pretty or interesting pieces of technology and let students tinker with it. So the technology that I got, because I'm part of Nexis, was this little thing. It's about 2 inches long and about an inch wide, called the Leap Motion Sensor, which can track hand motions really accurately, something to the hundredth of a millimeter, which is ridiculously accurate. You can pick one of these things up at Best Buy for about $80. And for the first couple months, I just got to play with it. I got to play at random video games I found. Me and my roommate actually made a video game. And then I started looking into it. I'm like, well, what's the best way to interact with this? Is it through the kinds of gestures we know with touch phones or with tablets? Or is it something a little more like sign language where you spell out a name? So ideally, what I want to learn from this research project that I've been, working on independently for the past 6 months is how can we best replicate the basic kind of browser interaction that you have with your computer now without you having to touch anything? Because how great would that be for a smart TV? Or even thinking grander is how great would that be for somebody who, can't stand up, who has to sit in a wheelchair all day, who can't reach the blinds? What if they could just sign to their house and tell the windows to close? Really, that's kind of what my end goal is to build something that can control your house so that if you can't or if you're unable, you don't have to.
He continued on in his work, his eyes focused and his mind set on his goal. The mind waits for no one, and when an idea comes, it's the innovators that are the first to jump on